Hi, my name is Muhammad Danial Imran Qistina. My metric number is 2021453546.
Bismillah, Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Muhammad Zuliman bin Muazzan. My matrix number is 2021469338.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Iqbal Syakir bin Abdul Razak and my matric number is 2021472742.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Qistina and my matric number is 2021867984.
Online pundits offer revolutionized how scholars access extensive archival collection by providing digital guides. These aids offer detailed information promoting efficient discovery of relevant materials. Accessible online, offer democratized information, allowing remote exploration by researchers and the public. They comprehensively explain collection contents, aiding informed resource decisions and contributing to cultural heritage conservation in our interconnected digital. Let's talk about Malayan emergency history. The Malayan emergency 1948 to 1960 was a turning point in the struggle for independence. Commemorated by the Malayan Communist Party (MCP) in opposition to British colonial domination, the conflict witnessed the Malayan National Liberation Army (MNLA) jungle guerrilla warfare. In response, the British devised the BRICS Plan, which integrated social reforms, intelligence operations, and military endeavours. The objective of the fortified, which is new village, and the relocation of Chinese villages was to isolate insurgents. Constitutional reforms, meanwhile, paved the way for Malaya independence in 1957. Officially concluded in 1960, the war left an indelible mark on counterinsurgency strategies. Subsequent strategies were shaped by the British troops, thereby transforming the Malayan emergency from an independent struggle to a counterinsurgency. Now, let's delve into the realm of record type, which is image.
Next, we go to figure 1, which is suasana semasa darurat 1948 to 1960. The Malayan emergency, which occurred between 1948 and 1960, involved the British colonial authority in conflict with the Malayan Communist Party, also known as MCP. Composed primarily of Malayan Chinese communists commencing to tackle British colonial domination and establish a communist state. The guerrilla war transpired within the forests of Malaya, wherein adversaries alike employ insurgency strategies. The conflict caused extensive destruction, resulting in the loss of life in the thousands, the displacement of significant number of individuals, and considerable harm to the economy of Malaya. The British force, which include Malayan police, British troops and auxiliary units, achieved an official victory over the MCP in 1960, thereby bringing an official conclusion to the emergency. Nevertheless, the conflict-lasting influence continues to shape the collective memory of Malaya and remains a significant chapter that is still commemorated in the present day. In figure 2, we have Perlembagaan Persekutuan Tanah Melayu, Pemasyuran Undang-Undang Peraturan Darurat tahun 1948. This official declaration denotes a momentous and potentially contentious juncture in the history of Malaya. It pertains to the declaration of an emergency ordinance in 1948, issued by the Federation of Malaya Constitution. The probable implementation of this ordinance was in response to a perceived state of emergency, which could have impact civil liberties and legal processes. Additional examination of the document and its historical backdrop would be imperative to comprehend this proclamation, precise characteristic and ramification. Satu upacara memperingati pegawai-pegawai dan orang-orang polis yang telah meninggal dunia semasa darurat dan dalam masa aman telah diadakan di Police Depot di Kuala Lumpur hari ini. So, on the 4th of February 1965, at the beautiful police depot in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, a heartbreaking homage was paid to fallen police officers and government servants who had perished both in time of crisis and quiet service. The air, thick with the echo of recollection, hummed with the names of heroes who had paid the ultimate price in pursuing safety and justice. Their sacrifice engraved upon the fabric of the nation's security. From those who valiantly faced down danger during time of upheaval to others who quietly dedicated their life to enforcing the law in peacetime. Each person lost left an indelible impact, evoking tears of appreciation and renewed vow of dedication from their comrades and the grateful nation. In the hollow corridor of the depot, where dedication and duty are developed, the memory of these departed guardians will long burn bright, serving as a beacon of inspiration for future generations as they traverse the trial of serving and guarding. In figure 4, Tabur Bantuan Darurat Negara, Menteri Pertanian dan Syarikat Kerjasama Tuan Haji Muhammad Ghazali bin Haji Jawi menerima sumbangan daripada Syarikat Kerjasama Angkatan Tentera di Kuala Lumpur. So, a momentous occurrence transpired in Kuala Lumpur in 1969, overseen by the Tabung Bantuan Darurat Negara, Tuan Haji Muhammad Ghazali bin Haji Jawi. The Minister of Agriculture and Cooperative Societies was instrumental in this event. A substantial contribution was graciously received by Tuan Haji Muhammad Ghazali bin Haji Jawi from the cooperative societies of the Armed Force, also known as Syarikat Kerjasama Angkatan Tentera, on the significant date of June 10, 1969. The event signified a concerted alliance between the armed force and the government, showcasing their power in the face of crisis. This occasion exemplified the collaborative spirit among various sectors of the country and underscored the minister's commitment to resolving pressing issues, specifically in the domains of agriculture and cooperative undertaking. Figure 5, makanan dan minuman disediakan oleh pihak kerajaan sewaktu proses pemindahan penduduk-penduduk ke kampung-kampung baru ketika darurat. Amid an evolving state of emergency, the government has proactively implemented measures to furnish sustenance and hydration aid to inhabitants relocating to new villages. This action was undertaken with complete accountability and care to ensure that the nutritional and health requirements of the affected community are adequately met. The government is coordinating the distribution of sufficient food and drink as part of its endeavour to provide maximum assistance. By fostering interagency collaboration and enlisting the aid of volunteers, every stage of the regulation procedure is accompanied by affection and attentiveness, thereby cultivating an environment of reciprocal consent that fortifies the sense of unity among residents undergoing substantial life transition. Every government provides more than mere nourishment. It also represents a sense of solidarity and optimism for the betterment of the community.
Next, we go to figure 6, which is kereta api merupakan pengangkutan yang penting dalam proses pemindahan penduduk-penduduk ke kampung-kampung baru sewaktu darurat. The railway network, colloquially referred to as kereta api, assumes a pivotal role in enabling the migration of inhabitants to alternative villages in times of crisis. When faced with unforeseen circumstances or natural catastrophes, the effectiveness and dependability of the railway system are critical in facilitating the orderly and efficient relocation of populations. The vast infrastructure of railway tracks functions as a vital conduit, effortlessly linking metropolitan areas with rural communities. In addition to serving as a mode of transportation, kereta embodies a crucial component of emergency response strategies. Its capability to traverse extensive distances and gain entry to remote regions guarantees the timely and secure evacuation of impacted individuals. The established infrastructure and strategic location of railway stations significantly improve population transfer procedures during critical circumstances. Kereta api is an essential resource effectively facilitating the relocating of inhabitants to alternative villages in emergencies requiring a prompt and coordinated response. Next, we move to figure 7, which is pemindahan penduduk kampung sewaktu darurat. Relocation of rural populations during emergencies is crucial for ensuring the resilience and safety of communities. This complex procedure entails the methodical and calculated relocation of residents from their rural settlements to specifically designated emergency shelters or more secure areas, reacting to critical situations, including natural calamities, pandemics, or other emergencies. Successful execution of this undertaking necessitates thorough preparation and effective collaboration among local authorities, government agencies, and humanitarian organizations. The dual objective of this relocation initiative is to ensure the protection of life and alleviate the potential consequences of disasters on rural communities by providing socio-economic support and access to essential services and medical facilities. The efficacy of the pemindahan penduduk kampung sewaktu darurat is contingent upon community participation, effective communication, and the provision of adequately equipped evacuation centers. These elements collectively demonstrate a holistic dedication to safeguarding the welfare and fortitude of rural inhabitants amidst unanticipated adversities. Next, we move to figure 8, which is anggota jaga squad sewaktu darurat sedang memeriksa kenderaan yang lalu di satu sekatan jalan. Despite a critical situation, the esteemed jungle squad members are conscientiously inspecting vehicles traversing a roadblock. Appearing in their unique uniforms, these devoted individuals demonstrate an unwavering dedication to maintaining public safety and order. Situated at a pivotal moment, the barrier functions as a strategic checkpoint, facilitating a true analysis of every passing vehicle with an accuracy akin to a meticulously orchestrated ballet. The Jungle Squad, renowned for its proficiency and professionalism, performs comprehensive evaluations by closely examining each vehicle component that navigates the restricted area. They maneuver through frenetic activity while maintaining a steadfast sense of control and self-control, guaranteeing that the vehicles adhere to all applicable safety protocols and regulatory mandates. The environment exudes an immediate and instant sense of urgency as the squad, first justified with state-of-the-art equipment and an abundance of expertise, executes their duties with resolute concentration, demonstrating a formidable entity committed to maintaining order during turmoil. Next, we move to figure 9, which is sebahagian anggota rekrut sedang berehat di asrama selepas menjalani latihan dalam proses pembesaran pasukan polis di awal zaman darurat. Amidst the initial days of an emergency, a restricted cohort of police force recruits who have undergone arduous training as a component of the post-expansion procedure discover sanctuary within the premise of the dormitory. The dormitory emulates an ambience infused with tangible camaraderie and collective experience as these individuals, now indispensable components of the force, relish a merited respite from the arduous tasks that define their training regimen. The dormitory will serve as a makeshift sanctuary resonates with the delicate sounds of contemplation and repose, strikingly contrasting the arduous and strenuous conditions they have recently encountered in class. Situated within the confines of the dormitory, these enlisted individuals partake in periods of repose, contemplating the obstacles they have surmounted and the proficiencies they have gained. As a unified entity, they unite in anticipation of the others' obligations that confront them in protecting and preserving order amidst these pivotal emergencies. Next, we move to figure 10, which is anggota flying squad dalam satu gerakan ketika darurat. The Flying Squad, an auxiliary division of the Royal Malaysia Police (PDRM), was instrumental in suppressing the Communist Malayan emergency from 1948 to 1960. The squad, composed of officers who were exceptionally motivated and well-trained, executed focused operations that led to the apprehension of critical communist leaders and interruption of insurgent communications and supply lines. While operating in hazardous environments, the platoon was constantly threatened with death or injury and frequent ambush. Notwithstanding this praise, their unwavering commitment contributed substantially to resolving the emergency. A noteworthy operation transpired when insurgents were tracked and cornered in a remote jungle, resulting in a decisive battle that undermined the insurgents' dominion over the surrounding countryside. The enduring influence of the flying squad members' valor and commitment to preserving Malaysia's security and safeguarding its citizens during a pivotal era was immeasurable.
Let's move to figure 11, which is Rank Undang-Undang Kuasa Darurat Kelantan. Perdana Menteri membentangkan di Dewan Rakyat Kuala Lumpur 8/11/1977. On November 8, 1977, during a politically fraught environment, Malaysia Prime Minister Datuk Hussein Onn introduced the Emergency Powers Kelantan Act 1977 before the Dewan Rakyat in Kuala Lumpur. By implementing this continuous legislation, the state of Kelantan was essentially subjugated to direct federal authority. Its elected government's power were suspended, and a federal director was designed to oversee the region for 96 days. Escalating tensions between the Central Barisan Nasional Coalition and the Parti Islam Se-Malaysia PAS led Kelantan State's government culminate in this dramatic maneuver. The PAS was ultimately expelled from the ruling coalition due to its refusal to support the act in Parliament. The enactment of the act and the subsequent political repercussions constitute a pivotal moment in the history of Malaysia, inciting impassioned discussion concerning politician options, the function of Islam in governments, and federalism. Let's move to figure 12, which is anggota Special Constable dalam satu gerakan ketika darurat. The Malayan Emergency 1948 until 1960 witnessed the emergence of Special Constable SCS, an essential volunteer police force comprised of members of the local community who had undergone specialized training to aid the regular police in their efforts to combat the Communist Party of Malaysia, MCP. Succeeding in a variety of duties, SCS were entrusted with the protection of government facilities and personnel, the evacuation of civilians from MCP treated regions, the surveillance of rural areas to deter MCP activities, and the provision of vital intelligence regarding the movements of the MCP. Notwithstanding the perpetual menace of MCP assaults, the SCS demonstrate remarkable industriousness and motivation, contributing substantially to the MCP's demise. Despite operating in hazardous conditions, they maintain their dedication to their responsibilities and significantly contribute to the security of Malaya. Let's move to figure 30, which is pengiring panji-panji dari Kenya, Rhodesia, Fiji, iaitu sebahagian daripada pasukan tentera British yang berkhidmat ketika darurat sedang melintasi di hadapan para jemputan sempena perbarisan kemenangan. Okay. The procession proceeds with dignified precision encompassing the estimate pengiring panji-panji dari Kenya, Rhodesia, Fiji, essential constituents of the British military force that heroically serve in times of emergency amidst the splendor of ceremonial triumph. The flag bearers exhibiting regal poise as they traverse the terrain serve as symbols of the historical richness and diversity of the British Empire. amidst a triumphant processions, these valiant representatives stand resolute, exemplify the enduring unity and strength of the British Armed Force in moment of national importance and symbolizing the unbreakable bond created in the crucible of crisis. Let's move to figure 40, which is first BN 10th. Princess Mary's own Gurkha refills diikuti oleh pasukan jurutera Gurkha dan Regimen Semboyan ke-17 Gurkha yang berkhidmat ketika darurat turut mengambil bahagian dalam perbarisan kemenangan. First Battalion of the 10th Princess Mary's own Gurkha refills in conjunction with the courageous Gurkha Engineer Corps and the stoic 7th Gurkha Rifles Regiment march onto the parade ground with their kurkuris shimmering in the sunlight, showcasing their unwavering allegiance and military prowess. Fortified by the arduousness of the emergency, these experienced veterans march with defined gaits, their rhythmic boots providing a counterpoint to the triumphal fanfare. This march symbolized much more than a triumphant lap. Instead, it was a moving exhibition of bravery, perseverance, and the Gurkha's eternal spirit, which will be indelibly engraved in the chronicles of national memory. To figure 50, which is kenderaan berperisai yang digunakan oleh anggota polis untuk mengawal landasan kereta api ketika darurat. During the turbulent period of the Malayan emergency, when communist insurgents treated the transportation infrastructure of an emerging nation, an unmanned railway patrol bicycle arose as the distinctive sentinel. Their resolute presence reverberates across the dense forest and rubber plantation, serving as a deterrent to potential attacks and instilling confidence in a nation on the verge of collapse. Beyond mere formidable armed forces, the formidable fortifications personified the resolute essence of the police force. They stood resolutely in the face of unpredictability, protecting the lifeblood of a nascent nation as it strived for stability.
For the last part, conclusion. In essence, the Malayan emergency showcased successful counterinsurgency strategies, notably the BRICS plan, which integrated intelligence, military, and socio-economic measures for independence. The event impact endures, highlighting the importance of holistic approach in unconventional conflicts. Furthermore, online finding aids play a crucial role by offering accessible and comprehensive information on archival collections, aiding scholars, students, and the public in researching the Malayan emergency and preserving our cultural heritage in our interconnected digital world.
That's all from me. Thank you.
So, that's all from us. Thank you.
So that's all from us. Thank you.
So that's all from us. Thank you.